Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode. I'm sorry for the lack of videos, I've been sick. Someone has requested, what do the new command blocks do and how do I use them? Well, that's pretty simple. We have our impulse, you press it once, it says hi. We have a repeat, now you press this once and it goes repeat, repeat, repeat. And then it stops when the button gets unpressed because this one needs redstone. And then we have our chain, which is always active. As you can see, when I press the button on the chain, nothing happens. But when we press this, the signal goes through and then eventually reaches this command block. Now as you can see, this middle command block does not actually need to do anything in order for it to reach this one. So that's pretty cool. Now how do you actually change these? We go over to this command block and you have three options down the bottom. This one changes the color or what type it is, so this is a repeat. This is a chain. Let's make it conditional, and you can see this texture on the side changes, and then you can change it from needs redstone to always active. So it's always active, you don't need to give it a redstone signal to do things. Let's move over here. Now this chain command block right here says yes. So it needs redstone in order to work because that's what I've set it to. So even when I power this one back here, nothing actually happens. If I pull this lever though, and press the button, it works perfectly fine. Then we have this repeat command block that's always active. Let's type in a command like say repeating. Now it's always going to work, so no matter what I type in, this command block is constantly active. So let's send that back to needs redstone, and as you can see, it stops working. Then we have the conditional command blocks. Now as you can see, we have this says maybe, this says yes, and this is testing for a player in survival mode. Let's press the button. It says maybe. So this command block is successful no matter what, but this one's a conditional command block, which means that only the command block before it needs to be successful in order for this to happen. Since there are no players in the survival mode, this command block does nothing. Let's go into survival mode and see what happens when I press the button. It says yes and maybe. So no matter what, this command block will activate. On the contrary, we have two conditional command blocks here. This one says 2, this one says 1, and this one also tests for a player in survival mode. Let's press the button to see what happens. Absolutely nothing because we're not actually in survival mode. Let's go to survival mode and see what happens. It says 1 and 2. So this command block won't activate unless this command block says it's true, and this one won't activate unless this one activates. So therefore you can have a whole string of conditional command blocks that will only occur if you have one at the back. Excuse the cat. And then finally we have a repeating conditional command block. This is a repeat command set to always active. This is testing for anyone in game mode 2. And this one says adventure time. So as soon as I go into adventure mode, it constantly says adventure time because this command block back here is true, and so this one here can activate. It is also important to know that these command blocks now have a direction assigned to them. If I press this button right here, you can see that it says hi on the left hand side because this command block is programmed to say hi. But if I do the same for this one, nothing happens even though this command block says the same thing. That's because this command block in the middle isn't actually pointing to this command block, and therefore the signal doesn't go through. However, if I change the direction of this command block, then the signal will be able to go through. So just be careful when you're doing that. But thank you very much for watching this episode. If you feel informed, please let me know in the comments. If you feel like I need to elaborate on something, then please also let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry for the slow episode, I've been quite sick. I will see you in the next one. Take care.